Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Joe Cross, co-founder of Smash Media, where our mission is to smash your competition, choke them into submission until they tap out. And tonight, what we're going to be discussing is some brand hacks and some social media strategies, some lead generation strategies, things that are going to help you guys take your brand to the next level. Now, I want you to not get the confusion of brand or brand versus lead generation. It's not the same thing. Branding is where you're getting your name out there, people are starting to know who you are, and then lead generation is getting a qualified lead before you move forward. Now, most of you guys or everybody that signed up should have got a report called the 7 Deadly Sins that every business owner falls victim to, and it's not their fault, because I want to go right into that first before I go into the 5 brand hacks, because until you understand the sins that most business owners make, or until you understand the mistakes that business owners make, it's kind of hard to change the way you're doing it. So a lot of you guys have watched me do videos before, maybe you've seen me do live videos before, and maybe something I said to you said, you know what, Joe's exactly right. I'm doing that right now, and I'm not getting any further than I was yesterday. And that's because us business owners, one of my favorite quotes is, you guys know I coined the term, if you continue to follow the masses, you'll continue to be broke asses. And I have a group called the One Percenters. I have a group called Club 100. I do mentoring. I have masterminds. I do seminars. I do events. I mean, you guys name it, I do it. And at Smash Media. But one thing I know for facts is that real good teachers teach you the good and the bad. So I'm not just going to teach you the good tonight. I'm going to teach you guys some bad, but I'm not going to spend too much time on the bad because I don't want to depress you guys. But here are the 7 deadly sins that every business owner falls victim to. And usually it's because they did it because someone else is doing it. So the first one is, some of you guys may know what this is, some of you guys don't. And that's spend money or spend a dime on SEO, search engine optimization. See, there are these guys, there's companies that will charge you thousands of dollars if you already spent thousands of dollars on a website, and basically tell you, oh, you should give us money to do a search engine optimization of your page so that you can get on page #1. Odds are them ever getting on page #1 is not going to happen. Plus, if they're sending traffic to your website and it's not converting anyways, then there would be no purpose of getting traffic to a website that's not getting you new customers or clients or customers regardless, right? So that's business sin #1. After watching this video, if somebody comes to you and says, hey, would you like us to do some SEO on your page? You know now, you heard it first, say no. #2, hiring a non-direct marketer, develop your non-converting website. See, here's the thing. Every business owner, once they get into business, here's what ends up happening. I'm going to get a business card. I'm going to create a website. I'm going to pay somebody to make me a logo. I'm going to come up with a nice, clever headline. And then off to the races they go, right? And they start selling. And usually they have no specific target market in mind. They have no specific who it's for. They just think anybody that has money, anybody that has a wallet, those are my clients. Unfortunately, for most of us, we find the hard way that going about it, that strategy that's called the hunt and kill strategy, where you're hunting people, constantly killing them, making a sale, and then you're looking for some more people to pillage, and you're not a Viking. So hiring a non-direct marketer to develop your website simply means hiring somebody to create a website for you that doesn't know marketing. Right, and I study a guy named Dan Kennedy, so you guys can look him up. He's the master of marketing in my mind. He teaches all the internet marketers; they all go through him. But one of the things that he talks about is websites are like an internet brochure, and unfortunately, most business owners spend thousands of dollars on these things to have representation of their company, and then it doesn't even get them one lead. And odds are most people don't even find the website, because going back to SEO, going back to people trying to sell you on to get more traffic to your website, odds are no one's going to find it. But if you hire somebody to make your website, they better have a background in marketing, because they're probably just going to create something pretty for you that's not going to get you a lot of customers and clients, right? #3, spending countless hours. How many guys are watching this video, whether live or replay, and are guilty of this, where you're spending countless hours shaking hands and passing out business cards? I've said it before, and I've made people mad before. The only people making money with business cards is the printer, right? If you're not making at least a 6-figure income in your business, you have a hobby. If you're not making at least $1 million a year in a business, you have a job. So you got to start making a decision. Is the way to become successful in your business and take your brand to another level is by going out and passing out your business card, made a fancy little logo, I've done this, have your little picture on it, about you, all that, and then now you go meet people and you say, hey, I'm making connections. Hey, but here's one thing you guys should write down is don't confuse activity with results. Again, do not confuse activity with results. Just because you're out there talking to people and what they call you getting your name out there, that's very expensive. It's time consuming. And what are the odds of the people that you meet at networking events? Their odds are they're trying to sell you their product. You're trying to sell them product, their products. Everybody's just trying to sell each other. Meanwhile, nobody really cares about what you have, and it's not really any attraction to it because you're kind of just pillaging the networking event, passing out cards, hoping to get a coffee date and maybe sell something, right? And I've been there, done it. So anything I say if it offends you, I apologize because I've done this before. Number 4, paying money to sponsor a table or becoming what we call a table jockey. So some of you guys might be guilty of this. Some of you have not yet or maybe thought about it. Why don't I get a table, spend money, and then get a table at someone else's event and then promote my products there? That's, again, one of those guilty sins of let me get my name out there. But then you got to pay for the table. You got to have a staff, or you got to make you got to bring inventory. Then you got to sit there impatiently waiting for people to come by. Then you got to have a conversation with them. All of this to hopefully make them at least get a lead from them, or make them a lead, and then hopefully they buy something. But most people don't buy right there on the spot. So really, just sitting there hoping that people will come by your booth and maybe give you their name, and maybe they'll eventually buy from you. See, again, doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It's just very time consuming, and it's not targeted, and it doesn't have a way to monetize it. So it's kind of like just wasting lots of time. I think what most business owners do, to be honest, is we waste a lot of time. That's it. I mean, we waste a lot of time doing things that we think this might work, this might help me build my business. So I'm not only going to teach you guys some hacks tonight, but I'm going to give you guys some ideas of things to make your business smoother, make it easier, so that you guys are not constantly chasing people down. You're not constantly stressed out from following up. You're not constantly trying to get your next kill. Does that make sense? All right, so number 5. Here's the biggest mistake that business owners make. They don't develop any kind of lead generation system. So one of the hacks that I'm going to teach you guys tonight is learning the power of lead generation, because that's the business you're in. I would rather have a list of 100 people that have already registered to say, hey, have raised their hand and said, I want more information. Pretty much they're about 90% ready to buy, versus me cold calling or cold messaging people or cold meeting people or cold connecting with people, hoping that you can get your 30, 60 minutes to pitch them whatever your product or service is, and hopefully they're going to buy. I'd rather have qualified targeted leads, and that's the problem with most business owners. They don't have a lead generation system. So if you're going to spend all this money getting a brand going, you might want to capture some clients out of this thing, because that's the whole point of the business, right? Customers are good for business, yes or no? All right, next, number 6, meeting with or speaking to non-qualified prospects. One of the biggest guilty things that business owners do is they're constantly talking to people that they're trying to sell to, or offer the product or service, or trying to represent their brand to, and they're speaking to non-qualified people. See, I think that's the problem. Even if you were to get everybody to like your fan page that you know closest to you, even if you were to get everybody around you to show you support of your business, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter unless we're buying something, right? And at any time, you guys, at the side of the video, you can sign up and say, hey, I want to be part of Joe's coaching. I want to be part of his mastermind. I want to be part of his network. So you can sign up. It's free, and it lets me know that you want to be one of the people called to be added to my roster, okay? So anyways, going back to this, meeting or speaking with non-qualified prospects. How many of you guys watching this are guilty of meeting with people, talking to people on the phone that are not qualified, that at the end of all the point of you doing your presentation, you're telling them what you do, they still don't buy anything? Whew, how many times have I gone out to a bread bowl meeting, meaning Panera, or met with somebody at Starbucks, and all to do my whole thing, and doing this 8, 10 times, sometimes 15 times a week to a non-qualified person, and not get any sales, and spend most of my time chasing them, following up, and trying to get them to commit and close. It just doesn't make any sense. So that's why you guys are watching this webinar. That's why you guys are going to learn from these brand hacks, because not only am I going to show you guys how to take your brand to another level by things that you should change immediately, but you're also going to start attracting people to you to start getting more qualified clients and customers, right? Number 7, printing, advertising, marketing without a clear target, without no message. the only one making money again by creating these fancy brochures. I remember when I first started, I was making brochures. When I first started, I was making flyers. When I first started, I was making business cards. I was spending more money on printing and branding than I was getting clients and customers out of it. And meanwhile, I'm running around on social media trying to figure that out. You guys get what I'm saying. So the biggest sin that a business owner can make is doing any kind of advertising, marketing, printing, anything. If you're gonna do anything that's gonna potentially get a customer or client out of it, then you need to focus on more who the target is, the who is more important than what. We're gonna talk about that in brand hacks. And also you want to talk about the message. You got to have a message that's so clear cut what you do that when they read it, they say, I need that. All right. Hopefully you guys get that. So let's get out of the deadly sins. Let's move on to the hacks. And for some of you guys that don't know Joe Cross, I've been in business since 2001. I was 21 when I started my first business. I worked all the way from the time I was 12 years old up to 21. I used to do door-to-door sales selling candy. I used to do door-to-door sales selling fire extinguishers. How many of you guys think that was easy? Selling smoke detectors and fire extinguishers door-to-door, cold calling people. That's how I started. But I learned a very good lesson about selling. You learn a lot about psychology. You learn a lot how to overcome objections. You learn a lot about marketing when you're trying to sell to people because you start to understand the whole psychology behind people. And there's a video I've done before called Math and Psychology. All businesses is math and psychology. It's a numbers game, but knowing to have the right message that psychologically is going to get that person to say, I want your product or service. Okay, so let's go right into it. Hack number one. You guys can write these down. You can request that you get the list after. I'll send an email after this. But hack number one, cross promote. Okay, here's one of the things that I think most business owners that are playing on social media online don't know how to do. And you guys might know how to do it, and maybe you do, but you haven't done anything yet. But every single social platform gives you a custom username URL that you can promote. So for example, if you go to facebook.com/Smash Chicago, that's my fan page. If you go to facebook.com/Nice Girl Chicago, that's my wife's fan page. If you go to facebook.com/King Chicago, that's my personal profile. So one of the things that most business owners don't do, the first hack is cross promote, meaning if I want to get more followers on Instagram, I want to get more followers on Periscope, I want to get more followers on LinkedIn, Facebook, etc., then I need to copy the URL, I need to copy the link and promote it to other networks so people are following you or connected to you than more than one site. Because again, the biggest promoters make the most money. And it's kind of like a commercial. It's kind of like when you're driving down the expressway and you see a billboard and it immediately calls out to you. Well, that billboard could have been there for 7 years, but because you're looking to buy a new car, or because you're looking to refinance, or because you're looking for a new dentist, that billboard happened to be there. So the whole point of hack number one is cross promoting. Is I want to take my YouTube video and I want to promote that on Snapchat. Right? You can add it to the Snap. I want to promote that on Instagram. I want to promote that on Twitter. I want to promote that on LinkedIn, because obviously YouTube gives you a little link and then you can promote it to your text list. You can send it to emails. So I don't think enough business owners do enough cross promoting. Instead of just focusing all your energy on just the one network, promote on that network and then take that content and put it somewhere else, right? And then get new followers from Facebook, get new people from Periscope, people from Instagram. I remember I used Snapchat as a way to get a bunch of Periscope followers, and I used Periscope to get a bunch of new Snapchat followers because I'm just cross-promoting, right? So hack number one is figure out what your URL is, and you should have created your own, and I talked about this on the video. One of the most powerful thing on your social media brand is a username. So I'm King Joe Cross on every platform. The only one I'm not is my personal. It's King Chicago. But every other platform, I'm King Joe Cross. Snapchat, I'm King Joe Cross. Periscope, I'm King Joe Cross. Twitter, LinkedIn, all of them. So if you go to any platform and you look for me, you just got to look up King Joe Cross and you'll find me instantly. See, that is the power of creating a custom username, but it's also the power of having your custom URL so that now you could be promoting your Facebook channel. You can be promoting your fan page in other places, your Snapchat account in other places. You guys get the point. Some people will be connected to me on Facebook forever, and then I'll make a mention about Snapchat and say, oh, what's your Snapchat? I've had Snapchat. If you go to my Facebook profile, I put every single platform I'm on, my personal profile, you can click them. But see, no one does these things because, again, one of the things you guys got to learn about people online, They're lazy. They're looking for all kinds of different content. They're just, scrolling through everything. They're bouncing from platform to platform. So that's why you got to say something that's going to grab their attention, but also you got to be doing some cross promotion. So I hope you guys get the point. And we can always have a discussion, because every single person that has registered for this, or people that have signed up to be part of a coaching or mentorship or whatnot, we're going to have a conversation, and we can talk more about this in detail. Hack number 2, call to action, a CTA. You must have a way to capture your info from your potential clients. So here's the thing. People will do a Facebook Live, right? And they'll give some great content on the Facebook Live. But then at the end, they don't have any call to action. Like, should I inbox you if I want your help? Should I go to your website if I want your product? I mean, what's my next step? So one of the huge hacks for social media and online is to have a call to action, meaning you guys got to have something for people to say they want more information. So like, here's one example. You could use what we call a keyword for a text number. So back in the day, I did a promotion where I was recruiting people for a network marketing company. And I said, if you want to be part of Team Transformers, then go text Team Transformers to the number 92378, and you'll get more information. And what I was able to do is then get 100 people to just text in to say that they want to learn about Team Transformers and learn about the business opportunity that I was presenting, and now I have their information. So even if they don't get on the live training call that we did, or they don't get on the live opportunity, then at least now I have their information. Now I didn't just use it for network marketing. I use it for my seminar business. I use it for my coaching business. Some of you guys would got a text tonight to remind you about this webinar, etc. But that's one of those hacks that if I'm going to do all this work online, I want to have a call to action. So one of the things that I do for clients is I create landing pages, squeeze pages, whatever you want to call them, lead pages, where it's just a website that says, hey, we're going to teach you XYZ, kind of like what you signed up for tonight. And then they're going to have to give us their information to get to the step further. The reason why that's important is because then that qualifies a person for you. If a person's willing to sign up to learn about, etc., what you do, or learn how to get more organized, if that's what you learn about, how to get healthier with vitamins, learn how to get rid of wrinkles with this product, then you first got to ask them if they're interested to see that, and then give them something to do, give them a call to action. They sign up, and now you start building a list of people that are wanting to buy from you, or want to invest in you, or want to at least are interested to see what you got to say. All right. So hack number 2 is call to action. Even if you go to my fan pages, you can sign up, you can click, and it'll immediately take you to a website where you can sign up and get some free training. And I have at least 18 different landing pages that I created for my own business. One, kingofnetworkmarketing.com, stopchasingcustomers.com, nicechrisfinishlast.com, King Joe Cross. I mean, I have so many different ones. So it just depends on what business or what niche you're in. I create tons of them for clients. And all it is saying, hey, this is what we offer. This is my product or service. If you want more information, sign up here and go from there. So like one of my clients is a lawyer, and she's the legal geek. So if you want to learn how to maximize and how to not get screwed over when you're selling your home, you could download her report, right? I have a client that's Mailbox Millionaires. She does mailings for business owners, and they can send them out automatically through their database and send a whole bunch out with the name on it and customize it. So Mailbox Millionaires, you can take a free test drive when you sign up and give your information. So you guys are getting the point. You have to have an offer. You have to have a call to action. Okay. Number 3, hack number 3, target market. You be more specific who your product's for, not so much what you do. Okay. So the who is more important than the what. This is important because most business owners, what they do is they just talk to everybody. But after talking to one of my potential new clients today, and we were talking about her organizing business, I said, yes, you organize a business. Now, who's your target market? Then she said, my target market is women. Most of the time it's mothers. Okay, great. So then let's create a campaign that's all about targeting mothers, how to get more organized. Because right now she's just an organizing business. Anybody could see that and say, oh yeah, I've seen that before, pass by. But you got to hit the pain points for a person. So you got to talk about them. So it's all about them, and that's what they want to hear. So hack number 3 is being able to know who your target market is, because then that's a lot easier to create a social platform. It's a lot easier to create a following. It's a lot easier to create a group. It's a lot easier to find people on LinkedIn. It's a lot easier to find people on Instagram when you know who your target market is, who is specific you're looking for. So then when you're on social media, you can start creating a following of those people. So for example, everybody connected to me are business owners. Everybody connected to my wife are business owners, whether they're network marketing, sales professional, they have their own small business. I mean, you name it, consultants. They follow me because business is business is business. It's the same. Doesn't matter what business it is. Teach the same principles. Everybody's got to have a marketing campaign. Everybody's going to have to know who their target market is. Everybody's got to learn about cross promotion, online marketing. Got to learn how to have your own custom username, and got to have your own custom hashtag, which we're going to talk about in a second. Be more specific, though, who it is for. Because when you call out that person will say, hey, that's for me. So you got to be more specific in your marketing, your target, telling the person who this is for. Don't just say, I sell vitamins. For who? I know vitamins can be for anybody, but make it more specific for who. Make it more specific whose problem you're specifically trying to solve, because then those people will be attracted to you. They will come to you and they'll follow your brand because you represent for them. You get what I'm saying? So one of my favorites is if you can either represent somebody or you represent nobody. Number 4, hack number 4, hashtags. Hashtag is not a breakfast food. Just joking. So what a hashtag is, if you guys don't know what it is, if by this time you should know. I think everybody knows what a hashtag. Most people that are a little bit older will say, oh, it's the pound sign and something. Yes, it's not just a pound sign of something. A hashtag is a way for you to not only be found on Google searches, it's not a way for you to be found on Instagram, it's a way for you to be found on Periscope, it's a way for you to be found on YouTube, it's a way for you to be found on Twitter. So I think most business owners don't realize that when you're promoting, you're not even getting the people to see it because you're not even using something as simple as a hashtag. And believe it or not, people are constantly searching up hashtags in your arena, in your business, or whatever product or service you sell. There's probably a top 20. So one of my hacks is find the top 20 hashtags that relate to your product or service, right? And then make sure you always create your own. Now, one thing that you guys can do easily, if you go to Instagram, you can search up hashtags and it will show you what the top hashtags are. It'll show you if it's had millions of people use it. It'll show you if it's only had 10,000 people use it. And you guys get it. So if you go to Instagram and you look up hashtags, you look up for certain ones in your arena, there's already been ones created. All you have to do is now copy those. So every time you're marketing on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, wherever, you use those specific hashtags. And you don't want to have your whole wall full of hashtags, but you at least want to use a nice good 4, right, on a Facebook post or a LinkedIn post. But when it's on Instagram, you're allowed to use 30. I use 30. On Twitter, I use whatever's trending. That's what I do on Twitter. But right now, I know for a fact this is one of the things you're not doing is you don't have the hashtag. Even more importantly, which is going to go to hack number 5. Before I jump out of the hashtag, I hope you guys get it. Search hashtags, find out what the top ones for you, create your own. So then, like, here's an example. So since I'm King Joe Cross, I've used 1%er, I've used No BS, I've used Truth. When I post something, people can now go to No BS hashtag on Instagram or Twitter, and you're going to see all my posts at once. And then someone looking up that hashtag and be like, who's this Joe Cross character, or who's this Julie character that uses this hashtag and is all over the place? So it's just another way for you to be searched, and it's searched on Google. So you guys got to know these things. Number 4, and last but not least, hack number 5: connect all your platforms, save time, and promote to more than one spot. Okay, this is something that I already do for clients, and even after I teach it, people still don't do it. So that's why people pay me to do it for them, or to just do it all for them, because, like, I don't even know where to start, Joe. So one of the things I noticed that people don't do is they don't know how to attach their platforms. For example, when I post on my Facebook personal profile, okay, and you'll see me use hashtags every once in a while, it automatically gets posted to my Twitter account. When I post anything on LinkedIn, it automatically posts on my Twitter account. So I set it up. Anytime I post on one of my fan pages, it automatically posts on their Twitter, their own personal Twitter accounts. Anytime I post on Instagram, I already have it connected, so it will automatically post on my fan page and on Twitter at the same time, and Tumblr. When I'm on Periscope, and I hope this is going to throw you're like, holy cow, you could do all these things that no one's doing. When I promote on Periscope and I go live, it automatically shares it on Twitter and Facebook. Are you guys getting it? So anytime I do anything on any of the platforms I'm on, it automatically automatically posts other places. So even after I'm done with this video, it's automatically going to upload to YouTube, right? And anytime I even upload a new video on YouTube, guess where it gets sent to? Twitter. Why? Because I did hack number 5, which is I connected all my social platforms together, and there's a way that you can do it. But there is a strategy, right? I mean, anybody could just connect all the platforms all over, but I'm strategic when I do it because I want to know if I'm posting on Instagram, here's where it's going to go. If I post on Facebook, here's where it's going to post also. If I promote on my fan page, it's also going to post here. If I post on my LinkedIn, it's also going to promote here. So long story short, I guess is what I'm saying is learn. If you don't know how to do this, I can teach you how to do this. It's part of my coaching mentorship program. It's part of my private coaching is show you guys how to cross connect all your platforms. So then you're not wasting it because you're providing all this great content on one of your platforms probably, and it's not connected to the other one. So every time you post something, it's not going to the other place, right? So let's do a recap. Hack number 1, cross promote, meaning define what your username is, define what your URL is, and then copy that link and promote it the hell everywhere. Know what a Snapchat QR code is, take a picture of it and send it everywhere, right? Number 2, call to action. If you're going to get all this traffic to whatever platform you're promoting on, you need to have some call to action, whether they text and give you information so you call them, whether you just tell them bluntly, call me, give them your phone number, or you give them a website to go to, which is something that we create for clients, where they'll go to a website and you'll give them some free training or free report or something that you'll give them for free in order to sign up to show that they're interested, they want more information, right? That's call to action. Got to get them to sign up. We got to get people's information. Got to get leads out of this. Number 3, pick a target. Know your target. Not just pick a target, but know specifically who you are for. Now, will you take business from anybody? Yes, of course. But you already kind of have an idea. So if I was selling health and wellness, 87% of women are into weight loss. So if I'm going to sell a weight loss product, then guarantee I'm going to be marketing to women. Not going to market to men, right? There's companies that have tried that. I think it was called Nutrisystem. And once they couldn't make enough money, they went right to start marketing to women, right? So this is bottom line. Your business has a specific market that it solves their problem. Let's find out who that is and be very clear. And then let's create a marketing campaign to get just those people. Because now your job becomes easier. Because now the people watching, the people paying attention, people sign up on your website, the people that inbox you, they know what you do. They want to buy from you, right? They're qualified and they're ready to buy now. Number 4, hashtag is not a breakfast sandwich or breakfast food. Use hashtags in your promotions because that's how people are going to find you. That's how people are going to find that hashtag and connect to you. So I've been addicted to this. So every day I go see what's trending on Twitter, and now I comment on and make a statement on that little Twitter post, and then people follow me, like it, retweet. You guys get the point. And then number 5, connect all your platforms. You know how to do this? I can show you my mentorship. I can try to walk you through it. I could do it for you. It doesn't matter to me. But there's a way that you can be connecting every single one of your platforms right now. So when you post on one, they post on all of them at the same time. There's even programs you can buy where you can automatically do it. But I like it first to get them all connected and synced. So when you promote somewhere, it promotes all of them, okay? I hope this will help you guys learn how to take the brand. It's kind of like what I showed you guys is like our slogan. Our mission is to smash your competition, choke them into submission until they tap out, which simply just means that when we market any business, we want to make sure that if no one knew who you were today, by tomorrow they're going to know who you are because we are going to smash the marketing. We're going to put it everywhere because don't feel guilty promoting. It's what you believe in. It's what your life's all about. So let's find strategies and ways to get it out there more. Let's create a marketing campaign that attracts people to you so you can stop chasing customers, have them find you, have them chase you, and have them seek you out and say, hey, I watched your video. I went to your website. I seen one of your posts, whatever, but I want to buy your product or service. I want more information. That's what we need. We need people raising their hand, saying they're interested, and we need to stop just talking to everybody, anybody, and seeing if that works. Because obviously, how's that working out for you? So I'll leave you guys with that. Work your way to the top because the bottom's too crowded. Speaking of that, someone copied that and then put it on their wall and didn't even give me love. And last one is if you continue to follow the masses, you'll continue to be broke asses. So sign up to the right or left, whichever side it is of me, and say, hey, Joe, I want to be part of your mentorship, or I want to learn more about your coaching programs. And let's get on the phone and let's talk about what we need to do now to get your brand to another level. Talk to you guys soon. Thank you for getting on live.